I do hope you're all having a great Thursday morning. Dominic Ernesto Ciani, Denise's little boy, her only little boy, is graduating from high school tomorrow, or Saturday. It is going to be such an exciting time. And last night, we went to a dinner, and we listened to the coaches, the teachers, everybody talk about each student. We listened to the parent mentor talk about each student. And we listened to them honor those students with such power and such authenticity. And all I could think about was each and every one of you. When you're standing up there getting your Diamond Award and you're watching out there, and here comes the person that was your upline mentor. And you're standing there looking at that coach and mentor. And that coach and mentor is talking about you and saying what an unbelievable partner you were, and how you coached with them once a week for half an hour, or once a day, or like Dan Sutherland stopping by here in the morning, or now like Jessica is doing. And people stopping by here and just saying, I'm going to get plugged in. And you look back on 12 years, which those teachers were doing with little Dominic, and they were talking about where he went in his life. And sometimes he was a little underwater, sometimes he was walking on the water. And you know what? That's the way every one of us are at this little juncture we call longevity. And every one of us have those times and tribulations when we're underwater. And every one of us have days when we're walking on it. And I want you to think of who was there to help you and who you're there to help. You're never going to be underwater all the time. I promise you that. It's going to be something in between all the time. And you're going to need somebody to help pull you up. And you're going to need somebody to help keep you level. Because I'll tell you, good news in network marketing is as bad news in network marketing. Because you get to the point in this business that you're so darn successful that you start taking yourself a little bit seriously and think you had everything to do with how successful you are. And the truth of the matter in this business is you haven't got an iota of success unless other people are being successful. I don't care about double diamond, triple diamond, widget diamond, anything. What I care about with triple diamond is that 9 people are hitting their goals. That these people that needed a lifeboat or a life raft or wanted something bigger and better in their life, those people were actually able to get it because we locked arms together, focused on their dreams, and took the mountain. And that's what each and every one of us need to realize every day, especially today. Who are those 4 people that you've decided to hook onto and pull up no matter what? Who are they? You've got to pull those people up. You've got to jump in the boat with them, and you've got to look forward to graduation day. Graduation day like Dominic yesterday, where Dominic looks across the room. And tomorrow, I'm actually starting to weep right now because 3 different teachers said, you know what we love about Dominic? We love his parents. We love his parents' commitment to him. We love the fact that Dominic was never allowed to sink. No matter what was going on in his life, his parents were there as a core. And they weren't talking about TomChenault's. They were talking about Dominic's mom and Dominic's dad, Denise and Bobby. And I'm going to tell you something. I watched those 2 people divorced, but locked together and with one common cause, and that was to make this little Dominic a rock star. And they never gave up on that kid. And Dominic never gave up on himself. And he had a couple bends in the road just like every kid and every one of us do. And one of the teachers was talking about Dominic's story. And he's laughing and he says, you know, when we were talking to you, Dominic, you'd walk out of the room and we'd all start laughing. And we were serious when we were in front of you, but when you walked out, we were all laughing because you reminded us of how we were in high school. And that's exactly what all of us have to remember. Before we get all self-righteous and sanctimonious, let's remember what we've been like in life. All the mistakes we've made to get to this exalted place we supposedly are now. We aren't there. We're a work in progress, and we're still going to make mistakes. We're still going to be trudging the road, and I'm guaranteeing you one thing right now, that is a beautiful thing. Yesterday, I had the opportunity to do a funeral, a big part of a funeral, for a guy that I've known for 50, he's 58, he's 60, I'm 58, I've known him all my life, and he died of cancer. And all of my childhood friends were there. All of my AA buddies were there. All of the people that lived in Littleton, Colorado, my hometown, were there. And I'm standing in front of that church and I'm looking out over those people and I'm saying, man alive, to be where I am right now, to be alive, to be able to talk in front of people, to be able to give back, to have people walking across the room and saying, what are you doing now? How can I do it? My life's tough. And to actually have a solution. There was a guy just sitting in my office right now. He's going to get kicked out of his house unless he makes $850. He doesn't know how he's going to do it, but I know how he could do it. He's going to have to put in some sweat equity, and he's going to have to figure out a way to step on the gas pedal a little bit. But I know how to show him how to get there from here. And that's what's so beautiful about what you've got. You have got a fix. You know, here's what you've got. You've got a wrench for every nut that walks in the door. Isn't that a good line? You got a wrench for every nut that walks in the door. So all you have to do is remember you're the toolbox. You've got a wrench. And everybody's going to walk in with a different story. The guy that just walked in here needed $1,850. Somebody tomorrow is going to come in with arthritis or something going on. And you've got the wrench for that. If I tried to tell that guy about the longevity products that was sitting in that chair just this morning, I'll guarantee you know what he would have said to me? Tom, I can't worry about my aches and pains. I got to make some money. And tomorrow, the guy that limps in the door, I'm going to talk to him about making $1,850. He's going to say, Tom, I don't want to talk about money. I've got some pain in my knee. And the name of the game is you've got to use the right wrench. No matter what, use the right wrench. That one wrench for the money is not going to work on the wrench for the knee. So the name of the game is every one of us need to remember that. Listen to the person sitting in that chair. Listen to them powerfully. Look for the solution that you can partner with in their life with them and show them that. And all you're doing is sorting for 4 people. I talked to somebody on the phone yesterday afternoon 4 different times. This person was an absolute rock star in another company. Bigger than I have ever been in network marketing. He has just come out of there. And I'm telling you to listen to this guy and to listen to his stories, to listen to his experience, and to have the chance to get this guy into longevity and take the mountain is one of the great feelings of my life. I know each and every one of you can do this. I know you can do it from the core of my soul. And all you need to do is decide you can do it. Decide you can do it with every fiber of your being. And look at people. Don't look at them as this prospect, like they're this vulture, like you're looking at them like you're going to eat them, because they're going to feel that. You look at them like you're going to make a contribution to them, to their life, who they are, who they'll be. And then you help them get to who they'll be. And don't take people places they don't want to go. They're going to figure out every way they can to get off the hook. There's plenty of people out there looking for you. My friend Ron Saunders is back on this call this morning. Made me cry. I dialed into this call at 6:21 this morning. I hit the button knowing nobody was going to be here for 4 or 5 minutes. And there's Ron Saunders. And I said, what's going on? He said, holy cow, it's a lot earlier today than it was when I was on these calls on the East Coast. But yet here he was at 6:20 this morning, 5:20 Pacific, 8:20 whatever time, 8:20 Eastern time, 9:20 whatever time, I don't know. The point I'm trying to make is he's making the commitment again. He's making that commitment to his team. He was texting his team, you know, every one of us fall off the island a little bit. Never ever count anybody out. Give them dignity. Love them. Don't rub their face in it. And let them come back inspired with their head up. I'm going to tell you something. You are in the best company in the world. And if you've been in a while, you've probably left a couple of times. Maybe not your body, maybe not your auto ship, maybe not even your heart, but your head stepped off the island a little bit. So make no one wrong that ever decided to do that and take a little bit of a sabbatical. Let that. Those are alligators out there in the rest of the world. Longevity is the place to be. This industry is the place to be. You are the place to be. So generate it today with everything you've got. And act like there's no tomorrow. Do not do anything tomorrow that you could do today. Especially today. You go interview 2 people with a coffee shop interview. No matter what. And then start bringing people into your business. I love each and every one of you guys with all my heart. I'll talk to you tomorrow morning.